Cal's Crafts. Welcome back if you've been before. Hi, if this is your first time. This is my whip and chat for the week. I've got my afternoon tea by Randall Spangler and it's a Diamond Art Club canvas. I've got my tubs of Harbour Freights with all my drills in that I will need. I've got Paddy Wax Super Sticky that I'm going to put in my pen. I've got an array of drills. I've got an array of pens over there and my tweezers if I do need them, and I'm going to light a candle. Now watch this for a flamethrower. Look at that, Bunsen burner or what? It's supposed to be a normal lighter. Yeah. Oops, sorry I knocked you then. And yes, I have burnt myself. I am going to put this well over there. It is lit for everybody that might need prayers and thoughts. I always light a candle every time I do anything on my YouTube. I'm 99% of the time I've always got candles lit for somebody in the house, anyone, but I always do an extra one for when I'm on my YouTube channel. But today I'm going to put this a little further out of reach, because yesterday, if you saw my floss tube yesterday, yeah, I burnt one of me floss holder bags. Yeah, put a nice big black yucky marky deer. See the smoke? I was thinking, what the hell's that smoke? And then realised I was setting it on fire. So I'm going to put it well over there. I've got a lukewarm cup of tea that I've been trying to drink for the last half an hour. I've got my phone by me because usually my dad rings me, doesn't he, when I do live. I've got an array of my little Cavamanders. So I think what I might do actually, no, I'll stick to the one. We'll stick to one. So we're just gonna I apologise for any creases or crunkling or anything that you can hear. I was going to pull that piece up, but I'm thinking no, maybe that's just pushing it a little bit too far on what we can do and what we can't do today. So I think we're going to go for straight in for some ABs, because who doesn't like a bit of sparkle in their life? Well, weather today, believe it or not, we've got some blue sky and some sunshine. It is about only maybe nearly 1 degree. So although it looks lovely and sunny and bright and cheerful, it's cold, very cold. You need your hat and your scarf. Got hiccups coming now. Right, what pen should we have, folks? What one? Oop. No, I used you last time, so I'm thinking we'll use something different. Have I used my red one for a while? I don't think I have I? Or shall I use one of these? Use a purple one. I'm in a purpley mood. Or should I have a green one? No, green. I think we'll have green. Match with the colouring of there. Yeah? What do you think? Can you see? I haven't got a clue. I just stuck it on and hoped that you could see for the best. Right. So how's everybody else's week going? Can you believe it's a week since we had a chat last? This week is just, well, the weeks are just don't seem to be standing still, does it? Just flying by. The girls were supposed to go back to school. Well, Jessie was supposed to go back to school Wednesday. Millie was supposed to go back on this coming Monday. That was the plan on Saturday, New Year's Day, when we had the email to say that. Then I think Monday night we had another email to say they're off till a week Monday coming, because the Welsh Government had decided they wouldn't go back to them, but both of them would be going back. And as you know, Millie wasn't the happiest about that, because like she said, she's in the final year of exams and stuff, and she needs all the help she can get. Then they announced, was it Monday or Tuesday? No, it can't have been Monday, Tuesday. What day are we today? Saturday. So it must have been Thursday night that it might be changed. Yesterday we got an email, that's it, yesterday we got an email to say that they wouldn't be going back before 1st of Feb, I think it was. But they might not even go back now until after half term, which I think is the 3rd week in February. And there's no guarantees that they'll go back. So then we had another email to tell us that Millie's assessments and everything that was due in February, March and April would now be changed. I mean, in theory, she should be leaving in May to do exams. Do you know what I mean? So I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen, and she's a bit worried. It's all up in the air. Nobody knows how they're going to do their exams. I said to Millie, you know, they'll do their best. That's all that matters. We'll get it sorted. We'll make sure that because she's just worried that she's not going to get her grades to go into sixth form. But her high school have said that they're 100% sure Millie would have more than enough grades because she's quite bright anyway. But for any unforeseen thing that she didn't get the marks that she needed to go into sixth form, she would be in sixth form anyway, because they say she's an outstanding pupil and her personality they love, and she would definitely have a sixth form place no matter what. So that sort of give her a bit of relief, because she's still determined that she wants to do archaeology. So with Millie's condition, I don't know if a lot of you know Millie's. They think Millie's got mild autism, well, mild to medium autism. So because we won't go into details, but it's been ongoing for years. But she was due to be officially tested. Not that I wanted her officially tested, but this last year, but because of everything that happened, she didn't, because we wanted her. I didn't want to test her, but I did, because she'll get more help if she gets the diagnosis, and all the referral teams around her want her diagnosed. Because Millie sees a lot of things in black and white. This is, if you say you're going to do this, then you do it. You know, you've got to, you know, the way this should be done this way, so then we do it this way. So when they start swapping and changing, she doesn't like it. You've got to prepare Millie for swaps and changes, and, you know, different routines, and yeah, she's got to be prepared. And how do you prepare somebody when you don't have a bloody clue yourself? So we've had a few meltdowns over it, but I think we're at a stage now that, well, until the next announcement comes out, that she's all right about it at the moment. And I said, any problems, and I will be on to the school and I will get it sorted no matter what. I said, you know what your mama's like. Mama Bear comes out, it's watch out. And when she's in protective mode, it's watch out even more. I said, so whatever you need, Mama Bear will get you. So she's a little bit calmer. Jessie, on the other hand, even though she's got Tourette's, she just makes me laugh. She don't give monkeys. She said, Mum, I'll do what I can do, and the rest. I'll let you guess what the missing word is. She said, that's all I can do, Mum, and that's all I'm going to do. And I had to say, fair enough. You know, she logs in, she looks at the work, she does what she can do, and she leaves the rest. She contacts the teacher, tells them I can do this, this and this. I can't do this, this and this. And if they don't contact her, she doesn't do it. And if they contact her, she does it. So, yeah. But she was quite happy not to go into school. She was more upset the fact that she wouldn't be with her mates. That she wouldn't be able to see her mates. Although they're on video call 24/7. Do you know what I mean? But it's not quite the same, is it? So, yeah, that's what she misses. Millie's on 24/7 call to her best friend. They've been best friends, well, since before nursery. So they're on this WhatsApp call because it's free. So all through school day, them two are nattering and talking over what the school work is, because that's Millie's routine, because she sits by this girl, always has done, and she's very, very good with me, very, very good. And so that's how she's coping with it all. But the only trouble is I never know whether she's talking to this girl or whether she's talking to me half the time. And then when I think she's talking to the girl, she's talking to me. And when I think she's talking to me, she's talking to the girl. It's like, oh, flipping heck. I'm just thinking, have I pressed the record button? Or have I been talking to myself? No, I have pressed it. Anybody else do that? Start talking and I think, oh hell, did I press the record button? Sometimes I have, sometimes I haven't. And that's annoying when you haven't. I've been watching some of the WIP and chats that were done for Mrs. Coffee's 1 hour WIP and chat challenge, and I found some lovely creators on there that I hadn't seen before, and I'm still going through them. I think there were something like 35 entries or something like that. Some I knew, which I'd already watched, but the ones that I don't know, I'm trying to go through all them and watch them and give them a bit of support, because I think it's very, very important if you're just starting out that we support each other. And it takes a lot of courage to do your WIP and chats. You know, some people find it easy and can talk for England. You know, they can talk for half an hour on the subject like of an apple, and they will give you half an hour spiel on it. Me, I really, really struggle, and I know other people struggle. So when you get challenged to do an hour, like, you know, most of my WIP and chats are about 40-45 minutes, if that. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. But doing Mrs. Coffee's challenge, even though I think this is my third, is it? I still had to really push myself to get that hour in. So I'm thinking I need to give other creators the support as well. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, I did laugh last night. I was watching Jeremy's, and it took me about 4 attempts yesterday to watch Jeremy's. And I was doing cross-stitching on Pandemic. And I thought, I'm never going to get through Jeremy's. It's only just over an hour long. But I'd get to 5 or 10 minutes in, and then somebody would want me, or the phone would ring or something. Do you know what I mean? So I remember then Becky saying, put it on double speed, so you still hear it perfectly well, understand the conversation. I could stop laughing. Sorry, Jeremy, I just absolutely howling. He sounded so funny in double speed. I mean, it works. You can understand everything they say and what they're on about or whatever, like, but oh, he did sound funny. I did chuckle. So I might try it on a few other creators just for the giggle, because it just sounds so funny, this little high-pitched voice going along. Oh gosh, it was. But yeah, that's a good tip. It was a good tip, that if you're rushed and you really want to hear somebody, put them in double speed, and then you can get, you know. But yeah, but prepare to laugh, because it does sound funny. Sounds like a little chipmunk going off sometimes. Oh, that's it. Sorry, I'm just keeping the laptops on so I can have, because it's my light pad's connected to it. Although I shouldn't worry, because I didn't realise till my live, was it Sunday, you lot told me that you can plug it into a power bank. And why did I not think of that? I have no idea. I can't believe that I am so slow, because it's got a USB connection. Of course it's going to connect to a power bank. I think it was Pippa said, well, that's how I take mine in the car, because you can, you know, just plug it in. And I thought, shit, yeah, you'd be able to plug it into the USB port of the car, or the cigarette lighter, whichever, you know, your port's in. Yeah, I've only been diamond painting for 2 years and never realised. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, right, okay. Oh God. And then I did think today that, oh, I'll plug it into the power bank before I start, but because I always plug it into the laptop, that's what I did. So when it starts to go dark on the screen, I have to press the old button again just to bring it back to life, so it doesn't switch off on me. Although it is quick loading, if it did switch off, it only takes seconds. Since we've had this new one, it's so much quicker than my old one. It is. I'm going to put a row there because there's none in this next section. So I'm going to fill, as soon as I've got these out, I'm just going to fill that section in of these. Why? Because I can. And hopefully it'll make it a bit easier on myself. So I've still got that row up above and this section here, but I've not worked on it at all since my live on Sunday, because sometimes occasionally I do work on a diamond painting in the week, but not very often. Well, I did start this to do with a collab with Lisa Bradley. I mean, she finished hers within a week, I think, but she's also doing, let me have a look if I can find out what her group is, because she's doing a year-long hashtag dragon. Let me have a look. Where are you, Lisa? Where's your group? Probably won't find it now, innit? There's Lisa Bradley. No, go back. Do you know what? I'm terrible at navigating these things. Is it diamond sparkling diamond paintings? I think it is. Yeah. So she's got a hashtag dragon along. That's it. It's a year one. Hashtag dragon along. So I'm joining it. This is going to be for that. And I've also got the rainbow little dragon as well. That's a Diamond Art Club one, so I might go, I've forgotten I'd got it until I saw Lisa's doing that one. And I thought, oh, I've got that one. So I'm going to do that one for after this one, I think. I have got my dragon sword, so actually I might finish my dragon sword, because I'm like, what have I done on that one? I think I've gone over halfway on that one. I think that's a square. Yeah, that's by Treasure Studio Art. So actually I might finish that one first, because it's a year one, so I've got a whole year to be able to do it. So I'm thinking maybe that's the thing I ought to do. And I didn't even show you a picture, did I? I think everybody knows what afternoon tea looks like. A little dragon, little baby dragon, having a cup of tea, just like me. We're having a cup of tea together. If you hear a lot of noise, that is because Millie and Jessie are upstairs dismantling Millie's bed from upstairs, and they're moving it, so they're sorting all that out upstairs at the moment. So I've left them to it, they know what they're doing. Millie's shed's coming on. It's now got a blind up in it. I won't put the blind up. It's one of the wooden slatted blinds, and it does look amazing in there. What a difference. What a difference, just putting that up. And I managed to buy her like a silvery grey rug. It's not over big, but it'll do in there, because we're going to get wooden flooring for her, because she wants wooden flooring. So I've got the magic mat by the door, so I said you can kick your shoes off there, have slippers in there to change into, and then you'll have this nice rug under feet. I said we can't get the flooring at the moment, but we will do. So I said her dad was going to put a window shelf in, but now the blinds are there, I think it would spoil the blinds if we put a window thing. So she said she'd rather have shelving in there, so I think he's going to put some shelving up for her. But it's really coming together now. Now she's had that new pink colour on it, you can actually see that it's got a hint of pink on the walls. It's not in your face, it's not as bright as these pinks here. It's just literally with a hint of pink. And it's really, really pretty. But like she said, now the bulk of the work's done. It's just really now doing the accessories, you know, your flooring, your pictures, your whatever the bits and pieces, your table, what you're going to cover it in and stuff like that. So she's enjoying doing that. And she's moved back into her brother's bedroom as well, because she has been, because her and her sister don't like sleeping in the same room, see, so they argue like cat and dog. Well, they're both at the age where they want their own privacy. Jessie's 13, Millie's 16, which I can well understand. So Millie was been sleeping on the settee while her brother's home, and then when he goes, she sleeps in his room. So he had to go back to uni yesterday, because we haven't got a strong enough internet system for what he needs, and he's got a massive exam coming up now this week. Can't can't remember if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. So he's had to go back, take that, and then he'll decide then whether he stays there for the rest of the lockdown or whether he'll be allowed to come home. But they could go back if they didn't have access to, you know, a good enough internet system, and ours has been going down like crazy this last 2 weeks. I think it's because everybody's at home. One minute he's lost so much of his work and had to redo it, because like every time he starts to do it, he said it goes down, and then he loses the part that he's writing on that he hasn't saved. So he's trying to save it as he goes, but like he says, you don't want to save it every sentence, you know, every paragraph or so you do. But like he said, some paragraphs are quite, because it's political, they're quite long, and then Wi-Fi goes down and he loses it, and then he's having to do it all again. So he's been quite frustrated. And I mean, I've got the strongest fibre that I can get for where we live, and it promises you this, that and the bloody other thing. So I don't know. But yeah, the dog's missing Josh like crazy. The cats are missing him, because he does spoil them all when he's home. They get away with bloody murder, and gives them treats galore. Not Lily so much, because she's not loud, but the cats have had treats galore. Lily has cuddles galore. Now he's gone, they're looking left, right and centre. Left, right and centre, bless them. But yeah, so they're doing the shed. Well, my shed key's gone missing to my she shed. Although you can't even get in the door of my she shed at the moment, because everything's been used as a dumping ground over the winter. And the key's gone missing. Can't find it. It's on a long piece of bright purple string stuff, but no, it's disappeared. It's probably in there somewhere, but where, don't know. And I'm not pulling stuff out of there and into the wet, because there's quite expensive stuff in there. And Gran said, oh, I wonder if Millie's will work. I said, don't be bloody daft. Right, so gets so older Millie's, goes to mine. Now, bearing in mind, my shed is like 6 years old. I think it's about five or 6 years old, my shed is. Millie's we got in November. All right. So Millie goes over and starts giggling. She said, Mum, it fits. It locks and unlocks it perfectly. I said, you're joking. She said, no, come and have a look. Well, it did. Her key fits my shed perfect. I said to Grant, what the hell? And he said, what it is, he said, they buy a load of locks in, a load of keys, exactly the same, so they don't have to worry about keeping a lock and a key. He said, all the sheds have the same locks and same keys. I said, so if you were a bright burglar, all you need to do is order one of these keys, go round, and you could get into anybody's shed that's had this. And he said, well, yeah, basically. I said, right, that's it. I said, you'll put an extra security on my bloody shed and Millie's. So he's going to get a key coding system for it. I mean, you'd have a hell of a job to get into our garden, to be fair. You'd have to be pretty bloody slim and pretty bloody nimble to get into our back garden, because we've had it all secured off. But if you did happen to, so I said, no, he's going to have to put these pin lock things on there. So he was in work, and he works in a place called Warehouse 701, which is a reclamation yard. And inside it's got a massive warehouse that's got old chairs, doors, frames, windows, furniture and stuff, ornaments, latches, keys, old telephones, lights, you name it, tables, cabinets, units, you name it. If it can be reclaimed, it has been there, right? So he said he was doing something and he had to do a door thing from it, and they had to go and look for a key for it. So off he goes into this box, and he looked at this one key and he said, oh my God, he said, that don't half look like the key to Millie's shed, he said, and it was as rusty as you can imagine. So he brings it home. He says, oh, go and try this. So we tried it in Millie's. It would only unlock Millie's, but it wouldn't lock it. So I said, oh, it's old. But I said, that ain't very good though. So he said, I wonder if it works in your shed. It wouldn't unlock my shed, but it would lock my shed. So Millie's it unlocks, mine it locks. What the hell? I know. I was like, what the hell is going on? And he said, it is. It's awful, isn't it? It's bloody frightening. You think you've got a secure shed. I said, and this key is probably the one out of the salvage thing. It's probably at least 25 years old. It's really old. The way it's made, it's not made like keys are made today. You can see where it's been hammered and different things. Yeah. Like Gran said, it's the basic of the basic of the basic of a key, of making a key. He said, and this is what these sheds keys are. So I said to my dad, I said, right. I said, have you got secure? He said, yeah, I've got 2 different locks on mine. So I said, oh, that's all right. And the shed one's completely different. It's a Yale lock. Big, huge, chunky, bloody great big, huge thing. And I looked at the mechanism and the key on that one, and yeah, that isn't a normal. But this one is literally, well, I'm still in shock now. But there's nothing in Millie's at the moment, so. But he said as soon as we start moving stuff in, he will put a key lock on. But as I say, he would make a hell of a ruckus if he tried to even squeeze into ours. You'd have to be probably the size of the one little gap that you could get in through. The cat only just manages to get it in through. And then there is a bit on the one side. I think you might be able to get, it's only one little place, but you'd have a hell of a fucking drop if you did try to go over that way. You'd probably break your bloody leg. But anyway. So what else have we done this week? Oh, I got my billet from insurance company for Lily, because the vet say I paid £12 for them to fill it in for me. The bill was £297.96 for her to go in that evening and stay overnight, and we pick her up the following morning. Yeah, £297.96. That's how much it cost. So the letter come back from the insurance company yesterday. Yes, we'll pay it, but you have to pay the first £120 because it's the policy is renewed since the last claim. So every time you renew it, you have to pay the 120 surplus first. Not surplus, what's it called? You know what I mean. First. So yeah, so I'm going to have to fork out 120 quid from somewhere to pay for. I have got my disability on Monday, so, and I've got, once I've paid a load of bills off, I'll have to use the rest of that, which I was hoping to buy some crafty stuff that I wanted for the girls as well as me. I was going to treat myself this month because I thought, oh, there's no bills coming in, they're all paid. I should have about £100 left over to do with, as I will. And the girls have seen a few things they'd like, so I said, yeah. But nope, it's going to go on the doggy. And she is worth it. She is worth it. So I said, I have got my Patreon. So I always use my Patreon for my channel. Anything that comes from my Patreon goes straight back into my channel. So I have purchased, well, I haven't got them yet, but I have, for the first time ever, ordered 2 different types of sock wool. Because I want to make crochet a shawl. I don't think I'm capable of knitting a shawl, but I thought I might be capable of crocheting a simple shawl. So, but I like using the 4mm, well, 3.5 up to a 4.5mm crocheting hook. So I thought, well, I'll have a look at this wool. And basically I got the wool because I like it, like the colours of them. So I've ordered the one, no, sorry, I've ordered the one and I put the other one in my basket. Because I thought, well, I'll see if this first one comes. If I like it, I will order this other one because the wool they all complement each other. Sort of a grey colour, type greys, I think they are. So I've ordered that. I've ordered some diamond painted accessories as well. I might order a diamond painting. I don't know. But if I don't order a diamond painting, I will order some more skeins of wool, I think, or material. That's it, I've got a bit of material coming, that's it. Can't remember what the hell I've ordered, but there is some material I ordered. The one late night, in the middle of the night, as you do. So yeah, so my Patreon money always goes back into my channel. Now my YouTube money is a different thing. Now, before you all think that I earn loads from YouTube, I don't. I worked it out the other day and I earn between £2 and £3.50 a week. That's it. If I'm lucky. If I'm lucky. Which doesn't bother me because I really enjoy doing it. But I think people think you earn a lot. If you're bigger channels, yes you do. But when you're little channels like me, no you don't. It's literally some weeks I only earn 90p in ads and stuff. And then you've got to earn over £60 a month to be paid. So you could end up waiting 6 months before you even get anything. The only time I really do get my money is if people have very kindly donated in one of my lives. And then sometimes, because that helps as well, but YouTube do take a chunk of that as well. You know, you don't get anything for nothing, do you? But yeah, but sometimes I do have to use my YouTube money for bills. You know, we have to do what we need to do to survive, don't we? Especially if something comes in that you're not expecting. But I do try to use YouTube money as well for my channel. But as I say, sometimes it doesn't. And on my lives, more often than not, the girls that have donated, they'll say send a few pounds and say, oh, that's for you to get a coffee, or that's for you to get a coffee and a cake. So I will use that to go and get a pack of Starbucks pods for me Nespresso when I get my money. Do you know what I mean? So yes, so I just thought I'd let you know. Why was I because of the Lily bill. Yeah, so I'm always very, very grateful for all my Patreons. So if you would like to become a Patreon, my details are down below, and with that you get insight into my channel, how I do things, what I do, insight into my family life, and also you get some freebies sent out to you that I've made. I think this Christmas they all had project bags and stuff, so which I think they were all pleased with. Just a little something to say thank you for the support, because it does mean a lot when people support you, because it isn't, you know, cheap to buy all the stuff that you buy for your channel. And I don't mind, because I buy what I can afford when I can afford it, and I show you a lot, so that hopefully that you'll just look at what I've got and think, well, actually that doesn't look as good as I thought, so I'm not going to get it. Or you look at it and you say, actually that looks pretty darn good, I'm going to get that, glad I've seen that, I'm going to get that. So that, you know, if it's not good, then I've saved you the money of going out and buying it and finding it. Because sometimes you do get things and they are shit, and other things you get are brilliant or far exceed what you were expecting, you know. Can you see any more A's? That's the only thing when I'm doing things upside down, I do get a bit confused, man. Confused. Yeah, I went to Mill had a Hereford Hospital on Thursday. Well, it was, they've got like just outside the hospital, about a quarter of a mile, they've got another building they use, which is the dermatology and something else. I can't remember what's the name of the thing that Millie sees, but it's to do with if they skin cancer and all that. And they're keeping an eye on Millie, because my mum's got skin cancer, but Millie's got a couple of moles on her head that have changed shape. They say they look all right at the moment, but they're keeping, because she's growing and different, because it is my mum's got it. and there's a lot of cancer on my side of the family. They want to keep a close eye on her, so we had to go back Thursday. So I don't know if you remember, I don't know if I told, did I? Yeah, I think I did tell you a lot. But the last time we went, my car broke down, so we didn't get to go. And the time before that we were in Hereford Hospital, my car broke on the way out. So Millie's a bit, I don't wanna. So my dad said, look, I'll take you. Get me out the house. I'll take you. So Jessie came with us and did her schooling in the car. Bless her. And we went. But yeah, they said they haven't grown any more. The one, she says, may have slightly, but nothing to worry about. The one shape is slightly, you know, misshapen, but nothing severe at the moment. So we're just going to keep an eye on it. She said she's given Millie some leaflets now to monitor her, because she's got moles on her stomach and on her side. So she said you need to really monitor everything now and see. Anything changes, you ring us straight away. Your mum can check your head. And we'll get you straight in. But the ones on her head, if it wasn't for COVID, they'd probably remove them. They've said the two. She's got two on. Well, she's got three, but two that are really misshapen. One's only just starting. But they said they would remove them. But then COVID hit, and they said no, we're not risking until that's over and done with. So while they're just not doing an awful lot, they'll leave it alone, which I'm quite happy about. I don't really want them cutting bits out of her head. And then yesterday I took Jessie to the dentist. Our dentist is really struggling at the moment because he's retiring age. He's South African. He's at retiring age, but he's not going to retire because we haven't got anybody to replace him. And you can't go for a standard checkup anymore. You can only go if there's something wrong or you need work to. Well, Jessie needs to have braces. Her teeth aren't as bad as Millie's, but here they like you to wait between 11 and 13 before you ask or go forward for braces. So we went yesterday for them to look, the dentist, which was the locum. He comes on a Friday when they need him, but he had a look and he said yeah, it's not an urgent case of it, but he said we'll refer her now because it will take over a year before the referrals will be dealt with, if we're lucky. It could be probably be a lot longer because of COVID, but yeah, the overbite on the one side, and the one side of her, I think it's the right side, the teeth are very crooked down the one side. So he said the left hand side's not too bad, but the right hand side definitely needs for it to be moved. So and then he looked at the rest of her teeth, and she had two teeth on the side. He said the way they've grown, it's got like little bumps in them. They haven't grown smooth on the side. So he put this special stuff in it which should smooth the sides out, so it'll make it easy for cleaning. But he said she was doing a good job with her cleaning. He put a bit of fluoride on them yesterday. But he said she needs to floss because she doesn't really floss. So he said you need to floss now. You're older, you can be doing the flossing yourself. So yeah, so it was only in town, so it wasn't, we were only in there, what, 10-15 minutes. Not in there an awfully long time. They want to get you in and get you out, don't they? I think that's all. Oh, when we were at the hospital, that was it, on the way out, because there's no shops open because everything's in lockdown, and everybody was starving. So I said we'll go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. But you had a choice of McDonald's, which was out the other side of the city, or Kentucky Fried Chicken, which was on the way out of the city our way. So they decided on that. So they got me to try what was it? A fillet burger. And I have to say, it wasn't too bad, actually. I was quite surprised. I wanted a coffee more than anything, so I just had a white coffee, just a plain white coffee, and that wasn't bad either. But there's massive queues there. We got there just at the right time. There's only 2 cars in front of us, and then as we got ours, I think there was about 10 cars waiting behind us. So then we just pulled into a parking spot, ate our burgers, didn't eat the chips. And then I bought boneless chicken bucket thing, 12 for them to have for their teas and stuff. And Josh was at home so he could have some. So they brought all the chips home that came with that as well. And they didn't eat their dinner, the one chips that came with their dinner. So, I mean, they're only in the tiny bags. I mean, the bag is only that big in diameter and about that wide. So you don't get an awful lot, probably about 20 chips in it. So they brought them home. I said, bring them home, and then for tea, when they ran the bucket, I just put them in the oven and crisped them all up, and they ate them, which they enjoyed. But yeah, it was good. The chicken wasn't something I'd have all the time, but something just for a bit different. And the pot of gravy. I do like their gravy though. I did like their gravy. I brought that home and I did have a taste of that, and that's nice. I do like that. Because usually I have 3 boneless pieces of chicken if I ever go. If we ever have anything there, and I have a little pot of gravy, and I'm in heaven. But they got me to try this chicken fillet yesterday. And Grandad loved it. He thought it was great. Having a picnic in the car with the kids, as they say. It was nice. As I say, we left here at 9:30 in the morning, and it takes about 1 hour and 10 minutes to get there. 1 hour and 10 minutes back. So, and then we were back here by 1:30, I think. Left at 9:30. Yeah, so about 4 hours we were away, which I didn't think was bad. And I said to him, I said, you know, he said, was he, you know, did he tie? Was he all right? And he said, I really enjoyed that. He said, it got me out of the house. It was, I had a purpose. I said, he said, I had a purpose to get out of bed again. He said, and, you know, get dressed and showered and come down to you. He said, you know, it was lovely. He said, I really, really enjoyed it. And he said, I got to spend some time with you and my grandchildren chatting in the car. And the girls were they're learning Swahili at the moment. So they're learning to count in Swahili. That's the thing they're learning at the moment. So they were practicing in the car. So they got up to, I think it was 40. They'd got to. So they impressed their dad when he came home from work to show him that they'd done that. So I think then he's going to move them on to different things now. They know certain words that we've used, but yeah, I think the dad's gonna help them a bit more now. Now they're proving that they're actually willing to learn. So don't know what good Swahili is going to be to them, but it's a lovely language. But we'd like them to go to Tanzania or Zanzibar, because we think they'd love it. Yeah, Jessie's cooking tea tonight. She's got to do for food tech. They've asked them to do a pizza from scratch. Cook a pizza from scratch, and I think they've got to take some photos of them doing it and something, and then they write up a piece about it. So we went shopping this morning, so she's got all the stuff she needs. So she's got some, she doesn't like pepperoni. We all like pepperoni, but she doesn't. I said, well, you're making it, so you put on what you want. So she's got some salami, mozzarella, salami, cheddar cheese, the tomato puree stuff. She's got some barbecue chicken and some honey roast ham, was it? And some normal ham. So she said she's going to cut it up, and she's not sure whether she's going to put onions on it yet or not. But that's what she's got. So she's bought a load of different things. So she said she's not sure whether she's gonna make one big pizza or make some little pizzas. So I have got some Pamper Chef pizza stones. I think I've got one small one, one medium one, and one large one. So I said she can use them to cook it on. And she said, and I might do some French fries on the side with it. I said, whatever, you're the chef today. So for lunch we had sausages from the butcher's, in a roll. And Jessie decided she was going to do some fried onions. So she got a bit of olive oil and salt in the pan. And then chopped up 2 big white onions. Her eyes were streaming like mad, bless her. But they were tasty. She cooked them, sauteed them down, right down. And they had that, which they absolutely loved. Dog was jealous because she wants them, but she's not allowed. I said, you're allowed chicken, 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 or chicken, and that's it. You're not allowed anything else. But she's not. I said so. And I've got to boil her some rice up after as well, because I haven't got any more of her tin dog food. I've got her kibble, but I think it's something like £2.35 a tin, which only lasts probably 2 meals, one a day. Whereas I can buy $1.99 for the cooked chicken I get, and that lasts her a day and a half. And I know it's not much, but it all adds up. And I can give her rice with the chicken, which fills her up more. So I don't know, I'm going to have a word with the vet and make sure that her kibble's got all the vitamins that she needs, or does she definitely need to be eating this tin stuff? So I don't know. I said that's all we're going to have to discuss. So yeah, that's all I've got planned for today. Once I've done here, I bought my new diary book today. This will have everybody's appointments and things in. Because I'm a bit, usually I've got it, done it, written in it, it's all up and loaded, ready to go, but yeah. Oh, my dad's got his, that's the thing, my dad's a little bit better, thank you for everybody that asked. He's still not right. They think he's down, when he fell last year and the rotavator fell on top of him, they think he's really damaged his kidney. And that's what's playing up. So he's got a load of ibuprofen cream and tablets and stuff for it, and God knows what. And plenty of heat on it as well. So, but yeah, so he is feeling a bit better. But he had his letter for him to have his vaccine, the Oxford vaccine. Tuesday, he's got to phone him Tuesday to make an appointment. Found all day Tuesday, it was just engaged, not non-stop engaged. So by the time he got here Wednesday, that's it, because he was popping to the doctor's Wednesday, he was in a right state because he couldn't get through, because Mum had her first vaccination in the home Thursday, so he wants his to be roughly the same time. So as soon as they get the go ahead for him to go, he's had the vaccines, he'll be ready and all that. And he's getting in a sweat because he couldn't get through. So I said, well, I'll do it from here, but you'll have to stay if I'm going to ring, because they'll need to speak to you. He said, oh, you won't get through, you won't get through. I said, I'll do it. I did it on the house phone, and then I thought, by the time I ring the number on the house phone, because you have to press every button every time you ring, it takes so long. I said, I'll do it on the mobile, because you literally just press off, press on, press phone, press stop, press, you know, when they disengage, you press the stop button and press the green button again to ring it again, and off it goes within seconds, isn't it? So I did that about 6 or 7 times, and I got it on loudspeaker. I was chatting away, and then I heard this, hello, ooh. So he got through. So he has his week today, 5:30. So, and then he has the second one in April. It's got to be 3 months between the two now, they've decided. But I said, at least you're getting it, and it's, you know, it's a start in the right direction. So he did feel a bit better about it, because he can't wait to be, well, his biggest thing is he wants to give my mum a hug and hold her hand, because it'll soon be coming up to a year since he's been able to do that. And that's a long time for somebody who's been married for nearly 60 years. We've been together 60 years, and he said not, you know, but hey ho. Oh, I must go and ring my son as well. I did ring him, but he was doing work. It's his 19th birthday today. Yay! And I forgot to give him all his cards, because I put some in the cupboard because they'd come early. So I put them up the cupboard, and then I remembered this morning I forgot to give him in. So I'll have to do a video chat or something with him and open them for him. But yeah, he's 19, bless him. And he's all on his little loan. but I tried to phone him before and I thought it was odd because he said hello and I said it's Mum and he just hung up. I thought, and then he just texted saying I can't talk, I'm doing something important. So it's got to be online to uni. Usually it's usually online to one of his, something to do with the university, because it's really hard to get to speak to anybody in the uni. So I said it's fine, ring you later. So it's the first time in 19 years that I've not had my little baby boy home for his birthday. So that feels quite strange, not having him home. Usually we'd get a Chinese in, you know, bit of a cake or something. I know he's 19, but he's still my baby, he's still my firstborn. And I do miss him, although he's only been gone, he's been gone 24 hours. So we were going to have Chinese, and I said, no, I can't have Chinese if he's not here. I said so. I said, Jessie said, well, I'll do my food tech. I said, yep, that's fine. So that's it. That's all my news, the Withington household news for the week. Hope I kept you entertained or kept you company, I should say, for, I don't know how long have we been yabba-gabbing. Oh, we've got to 50 minutes today. That's a miracle. And I finished that letter. So if you want to leave a comment, I'd love to read it. I love reading comments. It makes my day and I love answering them, having a chat. Comments is below, or I've got my social media bits and pieces are down there. And as I say, always chat, always answer. I don't just put a heart. I do try and answer and have a chat with people because I enjoy it. And I haven't got hundreds and hundreds of comments. I think I probably get about 3 or 4 comments on a video. Sometimes about 6 maximum. And I do like interacting with everybody. So all my details are that down below. My Patreon, if you want to just have a nose, you don't have to join. But if you just want to have a nose and see what it's about, the link's down below. My Happy Mail form is down below because I often send out Happy Mail to people. And I have to have your address to do that. So, and if you haven't subscribed and you fancy staying about, we love to have you. And there's also subscribe buttons down below, and by the side of it is a bell which tells you when I go live, which is on a Sunday. And please join us on a Sunday because we don't half have a laugh. I always come away with my ribs aching from laughing so much. It also notifies you when I put up a video, which is a couple of times a week. So with that, that's all that's left for me to say is look after yourselves, take care, and most importantly, stay safe. Love you all.